So your first task is to rename the file. Okay, so what we are going to give the name of this particular file, I will give the name as experiment number 1. Okay, now after giving the name, you have to give the title of the experiment. Okay, so how to give the title? So right here you will find the text option. You will click on this text option. Okay, and here you will find, you can write anything. Okay, that will not be executed, that will not be executed. So what I am writing right here, experiment number 1, experiment. When you write hash, that means you are giving the title of that particular line. Okay, if you use a double hash, okay, then its width is changing. Okay, so if you want to execute it, you have to press shift enter. Okay? So you can see right here, experiment basics of Python. Okay, you can write this type of information in a text box. Okay, when you want to write any code, then you have to click on this code option. Okay, otherwise you can directly shift press enter, then it will give you the code key. Okay, or code cell. Okay, so our first task is to print the hello world. So how to print the hello world? All small letters should be there. So if you write in single quote or double quote or in triple quote, okay, or in triple quote, that will be displayed as it is. Shift enter. Yes, you have to press shift plus enter, or you can directly click on this play button. It will execute. Okay, so first thing is that when you write a single inverted comma, then you have written double inverted comma, and then you have written a triple inverted comma. So when you writing multiple lines, okay, then after entering the this shift enter, you will get the output. Okay, let's suppose that I am executing this statement like 1 2 3 4, like 5 4 5 6 7 8, like 90, this one. Okay, then again I am writing something like this. Okay, and I will press this shift enter. It will show everything, but when you write this and press enter and write everything which I have written, can it will print or not? Quickly give your response. Can it will print or not? When I will write everything just like this triple inverted comma, can it will execute or not execute? No idea. Okay, press shift enter. You will say this EOL while scanning string illegal, literal. Okay, so end of the line. EOL means end of the line. So this line should be terminated right here. Understand the difference right here. If you are writing a single inverted comma and you are writing multiple output, it will not show the output. Okay, it will not show the output. As you can see, it is giving us error. Okay, why it is giving us error? Because every line should be terminated, okay, in the Python. So we are not going to use single inverted comma for multi-line display. Okay, so for multi-line display, what we have to do, we have to use triple inverted comma. Clear, everyone? Why we are using single, not why we are using this triple inverted comma? Right here we have the variable a. Okay, and we are assigning this value 300 to the a variable. Okay, there is a float, then there is char, yes, you are right, string, okay, string. So when you want to write something in integer, okay, so you can define the variable a is equal to and give the integer value. So 0 to any number you can give. Let's suppose that 300. So 300 is an integer number. So what is a float number quickly? And decimal is called a float. Okay, so let's suppose that 12.2 is a float value. Okay, so when you want to give this b variable, b is a variable, this is a variable, a is also a variable. So which type of variable is this? A is an integer type variable. What type of variable b is a float type variable. So how you will define the float variable? Because this is a fraction value, that's why this is a float value. And let's suppose that c is equal to char. So what do you mean by char? Data types is in which we are representing the data, I think. Yes, you are right. Char means character. Yes, so when you want to write something in single letter, that is a char. Okay, let's suppose that I am writing p. Okay, so p is a char. So this C variable will contain a char type of variable. Okay. And when you want to define a string, okay, let's suppose that D is a variable. And how you can define a string? String is a complete word. Okay, let's suppose that Jatin. So Jatin is the string. So how you can define this Jatin? Jatin, inside the inverted comma you can give the name of the Jatin, and you can define this data type as a D, as a string type of a data type. So we have a variable. Let's suppose that a is equal to 12, not equal to 12. Okay, this is first variable. B is equal to k is not working. So b is equal to 12.12. C is equal to s. Okay, and d is equal to. Okay, so you have defined the variables right here. If you want to find out the variable type, how you will find the variable type? You will write t by pe type. Inside the brackets, you have to write the variable name. Yes, and press shift enter. So what it will give the output? It will give the output a is a integer type of variable. Okay, a is a integer type of a variable. Now I will copy this, and I will give the variable name as b. Okay, and I will find its type. It's a float type. B is a float type. Then again I paste it. I will put the variable c, and it will give me a string type. Okay, so this char written right here. So b is also a string type. Okay, so generally these integer, float and string, okay, they are carries also inside this string. Okay, either you will define a single letter, or you will define a complete word. Both will come under this str, string. Okay, when you write this program, okay, when you write this program, and you forgot to write the proper spacing. Okay, you forgot to write the proper spacing. Let's suppose that I am increasing the spacing of these particular things, or I will execute it. So what it shows right here, it is showing that unexpected intent. That means you cannot give space to the in space, because these all are arranged in a proper manner. Okay, so you have to give the proper indentation to get the final output. What are the different type of operators? You can say right here, this is a plus operator. So when you want to add like two numbers, a plus b is equal to c. So let's suppose that a contain the value 2, b contain the value 3, then its sum is 5. So who is performing this operation? This plus operator is called arithmetic operator. Clear everyone? What is this dash symbol right here? It is a minus operator. What is this star symbol right here? It is a multiplication operator. What is this backslash? This is division operator. Let's suppose that we have a variable. Let's suppose that I am taking 4. Okay, I am taking the b variable equal to. Okay, so first operation I am performing. What operation we will perform? Addition. Okay, so let's seize the variable, and how you will get the output? Either you press the variable name and press shift enter, you will get the output. Okay, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Or what you will do, you will use the small letter print, and inside the brackets you will write the variable name. That should be the same name which you have mentioned. Okay, so print inside these brackets, you will write that variable name, you will find the output. So this is called arithmetic addition. D is equal to, I'm using capital is equal to a minus a minus b. Yes, or you can write d and you will get the output, or you can also use print, and inside that parenthesis you can write the variable name. This is called a subtraction, or we can say that this is a arithmetic operator which is minus or subtraction. Okay, then you can perform multiplication, then a into star we can use for multiplication, a into b. Okay, and you will write e as output, and you will get 4 into 2 is equal to 8. Okay, after that, f is equal to multiplication, then division, a divided by b. This is the division operation. This is the division operation right here. Okay, then you will perform uh, J is equal to A double backslash B, then G. This will give you the final result. Okay, because we have to print the assigned value of C and not just letter C. So print is equal to 2, and B is also 2. Okay, now you will square it. You can see right here, 2 raised to power 2. Okay, b is 2 and a is equal to 2. Double backslash is a 4 division right here. Let's give the value a is equal to 10, and give the value b is equal to 2 and execute this particular line and find out the result. Okay, so what's the output? It's 5. Okay, change the value right from here, change to 12, or let's suppose that 13, but it will give you the value which is present at the quotient. Okay, so how much time it will, let's suppose that completely not visible and one is remainder over there. So 6 into 2 is equal to 12. Okay, so quotient will be 12 and remainder will be 1. Okay, so how you will check that remainder? If you write right here I is equal to a, then you will write percentage b, and you can create one more code block right here. You can see right here I is a remainder and j is a quotient. Clear? Let's suppose that j is a variable and j variable contains some value. Let's suppose that j variable contains the value 13. Okay, and k variable contain the value 2. Now you want to perform some operation, as you can see in the previous case. Okay, so you will perform the operation. L is equal to this j divided by k, and second operation m is equal to k double backslash k. So what do you mean by this single slash and double slash? Single slash means you have to divide j with k. Okay, so 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. Okay, and double backslash means floor value. It will not include the fraction value. So j divided by k, that means 12 is the integer. We will not include the fraction. So what's the variable m will contain? M will contain 12. Okay, so we have to display all the outputs. We are using print command, and inside this print command you are using double inverted commas. Okay, so what we are writing right here, we are displaying the value what we are going to divide right here. So j will be divided by which value? K. J will be divided by k, and it will show you the output. Okay, it will show you the output like this. And what should be the value of the variable? Okay, then again what we are going to do, again we will use the print statement, and now we will use double backslash. Okay, and what is the value right here? Instead of L, what value we have to put? We have to put the value M. Okay, and let's see the output. So and this is OR, this is not, this is A, B, and this is output C. You know about digital, that output C is equal to A in 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. Okay, so when you multiply 0, 0, you will always get 0, or any 0 value is multiplied by the 1, it will give you the output as 0. Okay. When both the inputs are 1, it will give you the output as 1. So that is AND operator. Bitwise bit operation. It will perform bitwise operations. One by one, okay, it will perform its operation. This is called, yes, a Boolean, we can say. Next is OR operator. This AND operator. Next one is OR operator. So OR operator is represented like a dash line or a straight line, or we can say this big straight line. This is OR operator. So what do you mean by OR operator? How you can represent OR gate? This is the OR gate. So let's suppose that A, B is the input and C is the output. So C should be A plus B. Okay. And we will take these two values A, B and C, and we will start from 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. When any one of this value is 1, its output is always 1. Okay. If both the inputs are 0, then it will give you the 0 output. So this is the operation which is called OR operation. So understand from this, if both the statements are false, then it will give you false result. If any one of the statement is true, it will give you true result. Okay. In AND gate, same thing is happening right here, but right here only it will give the output to you if both the inputs are ones. Okay. Both the inputs are 1, then it will give you output. Otherwise, it will not give you any output. That means both the conditions should be satisfied. Both the conditions should be satisfied. This is AND, and you will get the output, let's suppose by. Okay. You will get the output as by. So let's suppose that 0 is the first value, M, and N is also 0. Its output is always 0. Okay. Then M is 0, N is 1. Output is always 0. Okay. When this is M is 1 and N is 0, is always be 0. Okay. When both the inputs are 1, 1, okay, both the inputs are 1, 1, then its output is 1. Okay. P is equal to, we are performing operation between M and N. So M and with N, okay. So what should be the value of P? Quickly give. P is equal to 0. Okay. You can see right here is equal to, Q is equal to, there is M and O. Okay. There is M and O. So I will AND this operation with O. Okay. Quickly give your response. What is the output right now? So M contain 0 and O contain 1. What is the output? 0. Yes, you are right. This value of Q is 0 right here. Okay. If I will use both 1, 1 value. Okay. So which one is 1, 1? N and O is 1, 1. So I will put the variable N and I AND this with O. What is the value of R? Yes, you are right, very much right. The value of R contain 1. Okay. So is it clear with everyone how this AND operation is working right here? Quickly give your response. Any doubt related to this AND operation, you can write in chat. Okay, so now we are performing OR operation. Okay, we are performing OR operation. Let's suppose that A is one value, B is the second value, and C is the output. And we will put 0, B is also 0, and C is also 0. If I will put A 0, B 1, what should be the output at C? What should be the output? Or in OR operation? 1, yes. Then this is 1 and B is 0. What is the output? C is equal to 1. Yes, you are right. C is also 1. If we will put A is equal to 1 and B is equal to, so I am replacing this AND with OR operation, and you will find the result. This both N and O contain 1 1. So that means it will give you 1. Okay, clear everyone? And second, M and O. M and O, it give you the output 0. So what is the value of M? M is 0. Okay. And I will change this AND operation to the OR operation. What is the output right now? 1. So first library is matplotlib library. You will find the import means you have to embed that particular library into the Google Colab platform. Okay, so first library is matplotlib. As the name suggests right here, mat is a matrix. Okay, plot is the graph plotting, lib is a library. So this is a matrix, or we can say matrix library for plotting the graphs. Okay, when you want to plot a graph, you have to use this matplotlib library. If we have something in x direction and in y direction, if you want to plot that particular graph, you can use this matplotlib library. Pyplot is an extension, or we can say that this is a function inside this matplot library. Okay, P stand for the Python and plot stand for the graph. Okay, XY graph. As PLT stand for the object. Okay, so this is we can say that this PLT is the short form of this matplotlib.pyplot. Okay, this is a complete name right here. Its short form is PLT. When you want to call this complete library matplotlib.pyplot, you have to just write PLT dot something. The matplotlib library, matplotlib library. Okay, and we are using this library by calling the function pyplot. Okay, and we represent this complete name as a short form, as a PLT, and we import this file using the import function. Okay, this is import is used to import this library inside your Google Colab, or what you say. Okay, so PLT is not defined, so you can define it. Import matplotlib library. First you have to, I think first you have to install that library inside your system. You will write pip install This is the command pip install matplotlib library. Matplotlib library. This is the command. This is the complete library which you want to install. Okay, so installation is to be performed using this pip install matplotlib. All the letters are small. This is the command pip install matplotlib. You have to press shift enter, okay, and it will install this library. We are taking the data. Okay, we are taking the data. First data we are using x is equal to 5 2 comma 7. Okay, x is equal to 5 2 comma 7. Clear everyone? Have you taken the first data? X is equal to 527 as 216 comma 4. All this import function. Then we have to plot this graph. Okay, you can see right here. So you have to define the label as a time. Okay, so you can define this label. Okay, you can define this label x label as time, and you can define the y label as amplitude. So where is y label? Where is y label? Y label is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. This is y label. So you have to put y label as amplitude. And lastly, you have to write the graph title name. So where we have to place the graph title name? We have to place the graph title name on the top of this graph. Okay, you can execute this again and you will find on the top of this graph we will find amplitude versus time. In y-axis you will find amplitude, in x-axis you will find time. What we are going to do, we will save this file. Okay, so when you write plt.show, this complete figure will appear, and this complete figure will be recorded inside your library, Google Colab library. Okay, so here is the test image 1.jpg that will be stored with a DPI of 300. So DPI means pixels, how many pixels depth is there. Okay, pixel depth we can call as a DPI. Okay, so we will execute this command, and you can see the figure will be saved inside this test image.jpg. Is your plot for this is a line plot. You can see we have the x level 1 2 3 4. Okay, so these are the 5 variables right here, 1 2 3 4 5, and we have given the values for y1 y2 y3 and y5. Sir, can we perform these in idle? Yes, you can perform these in idle, no problem with this. Okay, you can perform these with idle, no problem. So you can see right here in the x-axis, we have to take the 5 values, whereas in y-axis we have 4 values. Okay, so these 4 values you can take with different data points. You can plot these 4 values with different colors. Right here we are we are using G. Okay, G means green. Okay, you can see right here this is a green color. So represent this y with yellow color. Okay, so this is C and K. Okay, so you can represent all these color with the help of these characters. Okay, so infield, Honda, Yamaha. So Honda is in light green color, so this is a C character. Okay, Yamaha is in K color. K color means black color. Okay, and KTM represent with Y. Y means yellow color. Okay, So you can represent all these color format according to your choice. And how you can plot this graph? You can plot this graph by plt.plot. Plot is a function. Okay, I have shown you that how you can draw the output right here. Okay, this is the second command right here. You can short form. No, PRT is not a plot. This plot. Okay, you can see this mat plot live dot py plot. This is a complete name. Okay, its the short form is this PLT. Okay, it's dictionary short form, or we can say this is a library, and from this library we have renamed this complete library with short form, okay, as PLT. And what is this thing? Plot. When you want to plot something, okay, inside x-axis and y-axis, this is x-axis and this is y-axis, and you want to plot some values for a and b, so you can use this plot function right here. Okay, so in this plot function we are using x. So let's suppose that instead of a here we are using x, and instead of b we are using by1. So here we are using by1, and g stand for the color. Okay, this is color. So when you want to represent Z, Z mean green color. Okay, and label stand for the this particular. Let's suppose that this is a by1. So when you want to give the name of this particular line, okay, that is called a label. Okay, so this particular line will be labeled as infilled. Okay, what is this line width? How thick you can draw this particular line, that will be depend upon this thickness. If you increase this thickness, then this thickness will increase. Okay, if you decrease this thickness, then this thickness will decrease. Okay, here we are using the bar graph, and to draw the bar graph we have a x value and we have a y value. Okay, so right here you can see a b c d are the y value. Okay, and x value is represented as 50, so on. Okay, so when you want to plot this y versus x, so this first term is represented as x-axis and second term will be represented as y-axis. Okay, so y is in x-axis and x is in y-axis. So this PLT is the object, okay, of the library. This library is there. This is the object as PLT. Bar is a graph. Okay, bar is a graph. How you can represent a bar? Bar can be represented like this. Okay, bar can be represented like this. So we have the x values, we have the y values. Let's suppose that this x value will be represented. Let's suppose that this is x, a, b, and c. So three values will be represented, a, b, and c. And here you will see the y-axis. Okay, let's suppose that this is 5, this is 9, and this is 10. So in y-axis you will represent the three value 5, 9, and 10. And when you want to plot, okay, so you can represent your values according to this. Okay, so what you will use, PLT dot bar, then you will put the value. Here you will put x-axis, okay, and here you will put y-axis. It's your choice. You can give any name to these variables. I have given x-axis variable name as x, so I will put x, then I will put y. So this will represent x-axis, this will represent y-axis. Now I will put some color to represent this bar graph. So if I will put this color is equal to green, okay, then automatically this bar graph will show the output of my bar graph in green color. So this is a green color for my bar graph.